TikToker drops bombshells connecting both would-be Trump assassins. Of course, there's a connection. The deep state is trying to take him out. BlackRock is trying to take Trump out because Trump would end these wars. So of course, they would try to take him out. They would use these useful idiots to try to take Trump out. So we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna play the clip. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account as well. All right, so let's talk about this news now. This comes from Slate News' The Great Frank Bergman, and he reports that a popular TikTok star has provided a detailed analysis on the recent attempts on President Donald Trump's life, dropping bombshell links between the two would-be assassins. In a video published on the social media app TikTok, TikTok user Joy Back, what is that? Joy Back Glass Screws Backup, whatever. Y'all see it, whatever that is. Exposes several inconsistencies in the official narratives regarding shooter Thomas Crooks and Ryan Roth. She highlights bizarre ties between Crooks and Roth. Most notably, the TikToker links both gunmen to CIA and the world's largest investment firm, World Economic Forum board member Larry Fink's BlackRock. So let's just get right to the video here. Here we go.
All roads to the Trump assassinations lead to one thing alone. So we see some similarities between the shooters. Both were donors to Act Blue, a PAC for the Democrat Party. Both managed to get within 500 yards of Trump. Both attempts were followed by the mainstream media kind of oddly downplaying the severity of the situation.
Despicable.
And most importantly, Crooks was in a 2023 BlackRock commercial, and Routh was in a 2022 commercial for the Ukrainian militia that had been trained by the American CIA for the past decade and is funded by BlackRock. Here's the explanation. So for context, Ryan Routh was a construction worker in North Carolina that moved to Hawaii, has a house and a business there that wasn't making any money, so he was listed as unemployed. But he really cared about standing for Ukraine, so this former construction worker with no income, operating entirely alone, ran a website offering Americans $1,200 a month to fight for Ukraine, was illegal.
Now, think about that. Think about that. Let that sit in for a second. Digest that for a second. A man who built one house, said he was unemployed, all of a sudden got money to fly over to Ukraine, a whole nother country, and trying to get people to come over and fight for Ukraine. Where did he get the funds from? How did he get his money? It's expensive to fly to another country. Where does that money come from?
Illegally moving Afghani soldiers fleeing from the Taliban in Pakistan and Iran to fight for Ukraine, dropped everything for months at a time to fly himself to Ukraine, and flew to DC to lobby for Congress to...
Mind you, this guy is he's not a Ukrainian national or anything like this. He's just going hard for a whole nother country. Why? Why would he do this? Why? What's the motive behind this? Why he has such a hard on for Ukraine? It's weird, right? It's really weird.
To recruit soldiers for Ukraine. He also has about 100 criminal filings, including a 2002 arrest for possessing a weapon of mass destruction, as most construction workers do, and he obviously still has weapons, and not only is he still allowed to vote, but to vote in North Carolina as recently as this year, even though he's a resident of Hawaii. And
so he's a resident of Hawaii, but able to vote in Carolina. None of these things are making sense, man.
Most construction workers, he had a hunch where Trump would be on a Sunday afternoon and was waiting at the golf course for 12 hours ahead of time, even though Trump's schedule was off the record. Again,
how does he know? How does he know to be there? How did he know Trump was going to be there? Now, mind you, Trump is running for president. He's running for re-election. So he could have been literally anywhere in the country, but he happened to be there the same day Trump was there. How did he get that schedule? How did he know Trump was going to be there?
Probable explanation is tied to BlackRock. So in 2022, Routh was in a commercial that advertised the Azov Battalion, which is a
And if y'all don't know who the Azov Battalion is, they are the neo-Nazi regime that's fighting for Ukraine. They said ultra nationalists. They're Nazis. They're Nazis. Literally, literal Nazi. They have Nazi patches and everything. And we're giving them money. We're giving them money.
Ukrainian neo-Nazi militia trained by the CIA and funded by BlackRock. So what links Ukraine, the CIA, and BlackRock? Well, ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis, the dissolution of the Russian Empire has been an American priority because they have nukes aimed at us. Now, BlackRock essentially owns the US government, considering the top economic advisors for the Biden-Harris admin come from BlackRock.
That should be illegal. It should be illegal for you to have that the what is it called? The swinging door, or open door, revolving door. The revolving door policy should be illegal. You shouldn't be able to go from government to BlackRock, back to government, and back and forth. You shouldn't be able to do that. It should be illegal, because where does your interest lie? Does your interest lie with we, the American people, or is your interest with these national companies?
BlackRock wants the oil and rare metals in eastern Ukraine because it owns companies that sell oil and rare metals. So last year, BlackRock paid Ukraine $500 billion in exchange for all of Ukraine's main assets and put Ukraine in permanent debt to BlackRock. And since BlackRock owns our government, our CIA is BlackRock's personal military. And troubled souls like Routh and Crooks are groomed to be useful pawns that exist to look like random eccentric people and take the sole blame for carefully crafted crimes like attempting to extinguish the primary threat to the mega monopoly that not only runs our government, but the world.
Yep.
Hence, after Crooks died and was supposed to be examined by the House Task Force, the FBI took the body and cremated it in secret. Not only law enforcement knew until 13 days after. Nobody sat his parents down and asked them why their kid had bombs or how he got the money for this.
Nothing to see here. We're going to go ahead and cremate this body. Y'all not going to have a chance to look at it or investigate or anything. We're going to wipe clean the scene and everything. Nothing to see here. And then the Secret Service is even Blumenthal, who's a Democrat, is saying they're not being forthright. They're not giving information. Why are they hiding these things from the people? What are they hiding?
And they never will. The crime scene was scrubbed. So if it wasn't obvious before, it should be obvious now that your government, the CIA, the FBI, the Secret Service are a unit. Not because they're all buddies and love each other, but because they're owned by the same people. So anyone that threatens them, regardless of party affiliation, is a target. So no wonder for years people have said Trump would be assassinated, and no wonder they refused to give Secret Service protection to a Kennedy.
Right.
This is the mega monopoly versus the people, and always has been. But thanks to private media, we know that now. So the attempt to shut down any resistance is going to be stronger than ever. This is the totalitarians versus we the people.
Facts.
So fight.
Facts. Shout out Joy. That was awesome. Great video. Her extremely intricate breakdown of the complex situation has provoked a fierce debate on social media. Many agreed with the Gen Z influencers' analysis, leading to the video going viral. Longtime Trump ally Roger Stone shared the video on X, noting, he said, this young lady completely gets it. Trump assassination attempts examined. Roof's recent assassination attempt left many raising questions over his connection to BlackRock. It came after Crooks, who shot Trump in July during a Pennsylvania rally, was connected to Fink's investment giant. As Slate News previously reported, the building used by Crooks to shoot from is owned by BlackRock. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make it up. There's nothing to see here, though. All just coincidence. BlackRock owns a lot of properties. That really doesn't mean anything because he happened to shoot from that building. It's just a coincidence. Further, the building is managed by former executive of pharmaceutical giant Pfizer. I mean, this is just some evil, evil stuff. In addition, Crooks also featured in a video commercial for BlackRock. We all seen this video here. BlackRock Yanks 2022 ad featuring Trump shooter. Let's just play this clip. Even
My
though
name
we all
is Brian
seen it.
DeLallo. I teach AP and Honors Economics in Pittsburgh,
There
Pennsylvania.
it goes right there.
Financial well-being to me is knowing that I can be free to do the things that I love to do.
What else do you
I
help
hope
manage?
when I retire someday,
Assassinations?
they say, you know, that guy
BlackRock?
made this place a special place to come to
Look,
school.
there you go.
And gave as much as he could to help the community.
You saw them there. They're invested in assassinations. That's what BlackRock is. But BlackRock Vice Chairman Philip Hildebrand issued the warning in January during the WEF's annual gathering in Davos, Switzerland. However, the Swiss banker wasn't alone in fear-mongering about Trump's likely return to the White House. Hildebrand was adding his voice to the swelling chorus from Europe that fears a Trump return to the world stage. They're upset that he's going to break up this new world order. That's what the issue is. But the veteran Swiss banker said the re-election of the 45th president, quote, would challenge Europe fundamentally, given Trump's determination to embrace America first in matters from trade to diplomacy, NATO funding, and climate policy. So they're afraid Trump coming in, shaking things up, and they're afraid they're going to lose their hold on the people. And so globalists around the world are trying to figure out ways to take down Trump. We need to pray for Trump at all costs because he's being bombarded with these assassination attempts and character assassinations and lawfare and everything else they've been throwing at him. But from the protection of God, by the protection of God, that's the only reason why he's still standing here fighting for us today. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.